All right, folks. Well, everybody knows about Mr. Elon Musk, who has kind of made himself an unfortunate but constant theme of this program, of our national politics. Unfortunately, even my hometown here of Austin, Texas. People probably have seen the ways that he's trying to use the Trump administration and the willingness of the Trump administration, of course, to sort of go after his enemies. He's making threats against all kinds of protesters with the full weight of the American state behind him. But people might not have known or followed as closely, like what has been going on here in Texas. And Elon Musk has just gotten a sweetheart deal from our government. It's been really worrying. There's been horrendous abuses of people at his factories, including deaths. The destruction in South Texas with SpaceX has been very frightening. And the Boring Company, which out of all of them probably is one of the most socially useless of Musk's companies. He just has like a bunch of guys with drills on the front of vehicles, just drilling holes around here that are now poisoning our water. But luckily, they moved out to Bastrop and have gotten a lot of influence on the authorities over there, so we don't have to worry too much about any kind of over-regulation in the Bastrop area. Anyway, this clip here is wild because this is the kind of thing, Matt, that back in the day, that reporters would have to kind of uncover. And what's so shocking about this is not only what is revealed here, but the fact that this is something that's being bragged about. This is the governor of Texas, Greg Abbott, talking about his special relationship with Elon Musk that certainly takes precedence over Texans, but it even takes precedence over his own wife.
I've been married for 43 years, and there's only one time a year when I dine alone with my wife, and that's on Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day a year ago, I was out dining with my wife, and I get a phone call. I said, "I'm sorry, I gotta take this phone call." It was so that this is this is Valentine's Day, not this year but last year, and the call was from Elon Musk, and he said that he's about to tell Delaware to go pound sand because of their rulings that were contrary to historical Delaware rulings on corporate law. And he wanted to know if I would have his back.
Yeah. So that is, by the way, that was from a speech that Abbott gave, I think, a couple weeks back at the Federalist, to a gathering of the Federalist Society here in Austin, Texas, I believe at University of Texas. And I picked that up from the good folks at the Texas Take, Jeremy Wallace and Scott Braddock. But Matt, I mean, pretty wild revelation there, right? I mean, started as like as a man, right? I find that to just be so pathetic to talk like that publicly. One, about your like obvious corruption, but two, to kind of like talk about your wife in that way, I just find to be really odious personally. But maybe I'm too romantic and sentimental.
No, I think you're right on there. And, I was kind of prepared for that, knowing what we were talking about. I wasn't prepared for the entire room to be like,
Yeah, they love it.
loving it. Like, we're all cucks. Like, I'm sorry to use that phrase, but like, it seems appropriate.
I mean, truly, truly shocking. It's like, yeah. And yeah, I mean, so what is it that Abbott is bragging about here is actually not that like he's powerful and he's important. He's like, look at how obedient I am, right? It's not, look how powerful I am as the governor of Texas, right? Look at who's calling me. All these people need favors from me, need help from me, right? That's not even the angle that he's taking. He's like, look at how subservient I am to the wealthiest man on the planet. And for plenty of years, big time politicians have taken money from billionaires like Elon Musk. That's not a particularly new thing that folks like that are taking money from people like Elon Musk. But the fact of the matter is that they're sitting around and bragging about it and their relationship that they're on speed dial. By the way, and just the specifics of this case here, is that Elon Musk was trying to rob his companies, right? Empty them out like a piggy bank, And Delaware, which, by the way, for people who don't know, Delaware not really famous for
They're
like
so unfair to corporations, Delaware.
Delaware very famously an anti-corporate state. No, they what they saw was so egregious. The courts there said, "Hey, I don't know if we're going to be able to approve this deal either." And what Musk is asking there is not. What Musk is saying there's like, hey, is Texas just going to look the other way and let me do whatever the fuck I want in this place? So again, this isn't like Abbott even projecting power and influence here. This is him showing like, look at how much of a dog I am at this person's beck and call. And not only am I doing this kind of thing, I'm publicly bragging about, walking away from my wife on Valentine's Day. Supposedly, by the way, fucking work on your relationship too, gotta say. The one time a year you get dinner with your wife.
Maybe mix in a couple others there. Yeah, like Elon Musk, a Delaware judge last year invalidated a Musk compensation package from Tesla that was potentially worth more than $55 billion. Wow. A lot of long days at the office to earn $55 billion. After shareholders' lawyers had sued over the package that Tesla's board of directors awarded Musk in 2018, it was ruled that it had been developed by directors who weren't independent of Musk. Musk wouldn't do
I also
that.
believe it. One of them was his brother.
Kimball.
I'm not even kidding.
And approved by shareholders who had been given misleading and incomplete disclosures in a proxy statement. I don't believe that Elon Musk would give people misleading or incomplete information. That doesn't sound in character for him. That is so like Delaware.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm trying to think of a metaphor of like some guy who's just a dog and treats his like significant other really bad. You brag about him calling you at 2 a.m. after treating that woman horribly. And saying like, yeah, we invited him into bed. I actually kicked out my husband to let that guy in, and everyone's just like, yeah, that's hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, it's really shocking, and I think that fundamentally it shows something that's really wicked in our politics. And people who know this program and know me know I'm not kind of like don't have rose-tinted glasses on about like the state of American democracy. But the fact of the matter that like this isn't something that's being revealed from like a journalist like. Digging and finding out that this happened, but it's actually something being freely admitted by the top politician in the state of Texas. I mean, it's embarrassing for the state of Texas, but I don't think that it's unique, frankly, to what's going on in this country, where a lot of people, particularly on the right, are kind of competing with each other to show how subservient they are, not just the capitalists, but to this guy in particular.
I'm trying to think who I would ever possibly tell a similar story about that to.
Could you imagine?
Who do I even look up to that much? Like, it's just like I can't put myself in that.
Yeah.